And so here's what I ask you in the press. Don't go for salacious headlines. Go for the truth and defend these women and help those of us in Congress that are crossing our political party lines doing the right thing and trying to do it together. And thank you, Ro, and thank you, Thomas. And now I recognize Thomas Massie from Kentucky.
Let's go. Let's hear from Thomas Massie. He was called a Democratic hoaxer today as well.
Well, there's three branches of government, and we're supposed to keep each other accountable. And that's what we're doing here today in the People's House. We're standing in front of the People's House with real people, not a hoax. And they've told their story. We wanted to give them a platform to speak, and they've had it. They stepped up, and they were brave. But I also today hope that they would persuade my colleagues to join this effort. But I found out something today that happened that I wasn't expecting. They persuaded me to fight even harder. I'm not going to give up.
Let's go.
And I want to end with this call to action. First, a call to action to my colleagues who, just an hour before this press conference, were prepared. They were given a fig leaf. We'll put a resolution on the floor so that you can say that you voted to protect the survivors. Their resolution doesn't really do anything. And that's the oldest trick
in the book. Let's go.
When you want to kill the momentum.
Yep.
When you want to kill initiative.
Yep.
You introduce a
resolution.
It's bullshit. Bill that does nothing.
Let's go.
And then try to pull the wool over the eyes of the American people. That's not going to happen this time. We demand real accountability. I encourage my colleagues, please. There's over 200 Republicans who have not signed this discharge petition.
Let's go, man.
We only need 2 of them to sign it. And every Democrat will sign it. And that will get us the number we need to force this vote. To pass a law, not a polite request to the DOJ to police themselves. No, we need legally binding legislation to force that to happen.
Let's go.
And my main call to action is to the people watching these live feeds that are going through these cameras right now. Congressmen, listen to you. Light up their phones. Burn down the phone lines here in Washington, D.C. Ask them the questions that these survivors wanted you to ask them. Why won't you be for transparency? Don't accept their answer that the bill has a flaw or that the survivors don't want it.
Hey, Peter.
We know that's not true. They wouldn't be fighting it so hard in this town if it wasn't the real bill. So with that, please call your congressman. Tell him or her to get on this bill and to stand up for these survivors. Thank you and God bless. That's the end.
See, and I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna just mute it because it's a little delayed. They were speaking during. I guess that's it for that. Let me switch over to another one. Actually, I had one of my favorites. Y'all know her. Jasmine Crockett spoke yesterday about the victims. And I'm gonna just pause before I get to my girl, to be honest, right? Full face here, I think it's needed. Gotta adjust my camera. There are a lot of victims out there in the world. And I think as a man, respectfully, this needs to be more of a hot button issue that's talked about rather than the bullshit today. Like I get it, Kawhi Leonard took $28 million from another company, didn't do any advertising, now they're making it a headline for salary cap in the NBA. That's gonna be a headline. Whatever Trump said today about Chicago and New Orleans, that's going to be a headline. But there are victims out there in these same cities that are deploying the National Guard, in the same cities, rural county cities, wherever, right?